Hey everybody, my name is Jennifer. This is Metatron speaking. Just wanted to talk to all of you. Wanted to give all of you a message that I just kind of channel in the moment. It's from Metatron. I want to encourage all of you to use your voice, to speak up, to get outside your comfort zone. It doesn't matter if when you speak up, your voice is shaking or your hands are shaking. It doesn't matter if things don't work out the way you had planned from speaking up. Still do it. Still have your voice be heard. Still speak the truth. Still push the limits of everything that's in place right now that doesn't belong there. The only way we are going to dissolve these institutions and these ways of thinking and these behaviors, the only way we're going to make progress as a race is if all of us learn to speak the truth, right? So you have to speak up. You have to be heard. I have a oracle card deck with me, so let me actually pull cards from here, and that'll probably help me tune into this message more. It's really hard to tune into like a detailed message without cards. At least for me, it is. It doesn't matter if you fail. It doesn't matter if you struggle. What matters is that you are moving forward and you are taking action. What matters is that you are allowing the resistance within you to fall away as you confront your fears, right? There's no other way to growth except through discomfort. And so a lot of the times it is facing our fears and facing our doubts. So it's okay if you don't feel confident while you're doing something. The point is to not allow the fear to stop you. So when you have that moment right before you go to do something and you're like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this. That's like the energy of a lie, right? Because you can do this. It's just the fear talking. And it doesn't matter what your outcome is. You have succeeded by speaking up. Oh gosh. Oh, okay. Do I show? No. Okay. So here's one of the cards that came up. Banish a curse. So, I mean, this is not literal. This is not like banishing black magic or anything like that. This is about transformation, right? Look at these snakes. Snakes are about transformation. Snakes are about shedding their skin. This is essentially the energetic animal of this year, right? 2025, and through the beginning of 2026. So, in order to banish the curse, we have to bring our power, our willpower, and our strength into our living. We are not going to release the energies that have held us back by making easy choices or comfortable choices. This is the time to push yourself into a place where you're like, I don't feel qualified. I'm way out of my league. This is the time for that, because the truth is that You are qualified and you're not out of your league, but the truth can't become clear to you until you start to challenge the lie. So make sure anywhere where you are holding yourself back or telling yourself you're not enough, that you are challenging that by putting yourself in that situation. If you don't feel qualified to channel messages, right, and provide them to others, put yourself in that situation. Write down what you channel. Get a YouTube channel. Put it out there. Tell you what, it's going to feel awful. It's going to feel uncomfortable. But that awful feeling that of like, oh God, what will people think? What will people say? What will people do? Oh God, am I making other people uncomfortable? All of that must be challenged because it doesn't matter what anyone else says or does or thinks or how they react. None of this matters. What matters on your spiritual journey is what you choose to do and what is motivating you. If everyone else is reacting poorly to what you're doing, it doesn't matter. That is where they are on their journey, and you're not responsible for that. You are only responsible for pushing yourself forward, and it's gonna feel uncomfortable. He's bringing up this card, so financial security. So for some of you, or for many of you, consider your beliefs around your finances. Do you feel blocked? Do you feel limited? Do you feel like you have a scarcity mindset? Those are things that are not true. And sometimes you need to challenge what you think financial security is in order to realize that you don't need to be bound by it in the way you think you do, right? A lot of times it's people who go through like an extended job loss or like homelessness or all of these other things where it's like a more intense financial situation, bankruptcy, right? Sometimes it takes those events to kind of free ourselves from what we thought we needed, what we thought we were bound by. He keeps using the word bound by. Um, he's got an order. He wants me to use these. This one says, finding love, and we have seahorses. The only way to find more love is to start airing all these grievances we have, right? We've been, not, it's either this lifetime or past lifetime, we've been wronged, we've been betrayed, we've been screwed over, and we have all these different traumas from that event or those events. And those traumas are just heavy energy. And those heavy energies are keeping us from connecting with all the ways that we are so much like those who are, those who are on earth with us, right? We get really frustrated with people for the way they think or the way they behave. But in reality, we all have the really big stuff we all have in common. It's the smaller things that we don't have in common. Is there an area of your life where you are being called to take the lead? I bet you there is, because I know every single one of you watching this is a leader in your own right. And if you don't resonate with that, it's because you are not allowing yourself to step into that, because it sounds scary. And I'm like, it is scary, right? Anything new feels scary because it's a journey. It's an adventure. You don't know how it ends. You don't you don't know what will happen next. But you have to set off on that new journey to find more of yourself. If you always limit yourself and keep yourself locked away, you're not going to find that leader within you that the planet needs. Cut ties. Cut ties with the thoughts that hold you back. Recognize which ones those are. Sometimes we tell ourselves those thoughts so often that we really do believe it's the truth. We just don't even know any better. We're like, well, I'm not good enough. I've been telling myself that the whole time, or I'm just not good at spiritual gifts, or I'm just not good at technical stuff, or I'm just not good at finances, or whatever. We tell ourselves these things. Take out your sword of light. Reject these thoughts. Cut those ties. Cut those cords. Challenge the lies so that you can gain that strength and have greater clarity. Yeah, look at this. Courage. It's all solar plexus. It's about doing the brave thing, not necessarily about feeling brave. You can't expect to feel confident about something you haven't done before, or that you haven't done enough to release your trauma around it, to rework your thoughts, to give yourself enough practice to actually be good at something. No one's good at riding a bike the first time they get on it. No one's good at basketball the first time they play. Why do you expect yourself to be good at something the first or the second or the third time that you're doing it? We have to get into a learner mindset. We have to be okay with being clumsy and being students and not knowing everything. That is the way to greatness. That is the way to you expanding into everything that you thought you were not. It's just ongoing persistence into an area that you're terrified of, right? Because eventually you're going to release the fear, or you're going to release the doubt, and you're going to get to a spot where you're like, this is going better than I thought it could go. But it only gets there when you keep going at it over and over again. Mindfulness. Ooh. Do you see who we have? We have a mantid. Oh, that makes me excited. I do love a mantid. Gosh, they would be on a mindfulness card, wouldn't they? That's kind of appropriate. The golden mantids are something else. They're, seventh dimensional. They're on Elnath. That's the name of their planet. What's coming through for me is like stillness, because they keep showing me these golden mantids. I've seen a past lifetime before where that golden mantid he was kind of like sitting cross-legged, but he was kind of like hovering in the air. So I'm not sure what gift or ability that is. I really don't even know what that is, but I've seen that before, so that there's truth to that somewhere, somehow. But they're showing me a golden mantid in that position as like a symbol of stillness, calm, there's lots of chaos going on around us in the world, and it's important for us to be able to get still enough when we become afraid, when we start becoming overwhelmed, thinking, I can't do this. It's important to be able to go into that space of stillness and go, where is the truth? What is the truth? Because the truth is not the chaos. The chaos is the distraction from the truth. And so we might feel afraid, even though our actual circumstances, we're not going to get eaten by a tiger, right? But our bodies are like, yes, we are. This is definitely terrifying. So becoming mindful to reconnect back to the truth and bringing yourself into equilibrium, because it's important when you go to when you use your voice, when you go to express yourself, when you go out in the world, when you're trying to provide the truth, it's important that you try to have that come from a place of equilibrium as much as possible, right? So you want to have divine feminine attributes when you're doing that, like intuition, um, like wisdom. But you also want to have divine masculine attributes where you're bringing in some logic and some facts. And that's the most powerful combination of energy there is both divine masculine and divine feminine. So, okay, this is my short message to all of you. If by any chance any of you have emailed me recently and I haven't responded, I want you to know I have responded. Check your junk mail. I don't know what's going on, but this is just some kind of energetic interference. But a lot of my responses to people lately are like going missing. Is it really that surprising? We're in this like immensely powerful um, time, right? I'll talk about this on another video, but we're in immensely powerful energies. Uh, December, January, February, and then those will shift into something else powerful in March. But we're in powerful energies. It's very impactful for you to have healing work done and to develop yourself. So again, so if you have emailed me and you're like, gosh, that's strange, she hasn't messaged me back, check your junk mail or email me again. And you are always welcome to follow up with me again. If you ever if you ever submit a service request, or if you ever email our business, Orange Light Energy directly, if we don't respond to you in 48 hours, feel free to message us again, because sometimes it takes us longer if we've got like a really busy day, but by the next day we should be able to get to it. If it goes past 2 days, it's totally okay to check in again. Don't feel bad. Use that voice. Be like, hey, just checking in, making sure you got this. But yeah, check your junk mail if you haven't heard from me. I promise you I got back to you. Okay. I think this is everything. I'm going to keep this message short. I hope you enjoyed it. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.